DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Tonight, sticker shock. Delmarva Power is making changes after consumer complaints over sky-high winter bills. What relief is coming your way? We'll break it down. Plus, an ICE operation in Georgetown has residents on edge. We'll tell you what officials are saying and what you need to know about your rights. And the Eagles' road to the Super Bowl runs right through Wilmington. Fans are fired up, and even the Delaware River is getting in on the action. We'll tell you about that. Those stories, plus your weekend forecast and much more straight ahead. DETV News starts now. Hello and welcome to your DETV News Midweek Report. I'm Matt Ford. Here's what's making headlines today across the first state. Delmarva Power is addressing customer complaints over high winter energy bills by suspending late payment fees for both January and February and extending repayment periods to 24 months. Additionally, disconnections for non-payment are paused and previous disconnected customers will not face deposit charges. Delmarva encourages exploring energy-saving methods on its website. Meanwhile, House Democrats are urging an investigation into the rising bills, while Senate Republicans are pointing blame to the Renewable Portfolio Standards Act as a potential reason for this surge. In other news tonight, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, also known as ICE, conducted a fugitive apprehension operation in Georgetown on Tuesday. While down in Georgetown, police were notified, but they clarified they were not involved and did not receive assistance requests from ICE. The police emphasized their commitment to resident safety during this federal investigation, noting that they could not provide further details. Residents are reminded of their rights in interactions with ICE, including the option to remain silent and the right to consult legal counsel. For assistance, more information can be found at aclu.org.
Across the nation, the images of deportation raids in our immigrant communities are threatening our work to provide all students with the outstanding education they deserve. Here in Delaware, families and students are living in a constant state of fear, worried that they might be next.
And the Delaware Department of Education has issued new guidance to schools concerning immigrant student rights and heightened federal immigration enforcement. This guidance emphasizes that students should not be asked about their immigration status during enrollment or afterward. It also reaffirms students' rights to equal access to public education and protection against discrimination based on race, color, national origin, or immigration status. Schools are encouraged to adopt policies safeguarding student privacy and to train staff on handling immigration enforcement inquiries. The department aims to ensure safe and inclusive learning environments for all students. To Dover now, where approximately 150 residents gathered at Legislative Hall today, joining nationwide protests against President Donald Trump and Project 2025. Organized by the 50501 movement, the demonstrators spanned all 50 states under the banner 50 States, 50 Protests, One Day. Participants voiced concerns over issues including immigration policies, transgender and reproductive rights, environmental protections, and the proposed reduction of the Department of Education. Criticism was also directed at Elon Musk's role in the new Department of Government Efficiency. Protesters chanted slogans such as "Keep our freedoms and equal rights for all," urging citizens to engage with government leaders and advocate for change. And staying in Dover, where the Joint Finance Committee started reviewing Delaware's $6.6 billion fiscal year 2026 budget proposal, originally presented by former Governor John Carney before becoming Wilmington's mayor. Current Governor Matt Myers' revised proposal is expected to come in March. The initial plan maintains stability funds, continues teacher raises, and addresses Medicaid growth while investing in housing and development. Concerns do linger, however, about potential federal funding freezes under the Trump administration. Joint Finance Committee hearings run now through March 6, with newly confirmed officials presenting departmental requests. The fiscal year starts July 1st. To other news now, Justin Smith, he's the head of St. Anne's Episcopal School in Middletown, faces 25 felony child pornography charges. The arrest followed an Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force investigation triggered by Kik, an instant messenger mobile app warning about uploaded illegal content from Smith's IP address. 43-year-old Smith, who joined St. Anne's in July of this past year, has been placed on leave and barred from campus. School officials confirm no evidence connects the material to St. Anne's students. Smith is held at Howard Young Correctional Institution on $625,000 bail. The school is providing counseling services and plans to name an interim head. And early voting launched Tuesday of this week for 2 Delaware State Senate special elections following vacancies in Districts 1 and 5. Voters can cast ballots at Claymont Community Center or the Wilmington PAL now through February 13th. District 1 candidates are Democrat Dan Cruz, Republican Stephen Washington, and Independent Riley Fagola. District 5 features Republican Brent Burge and Democrat Ray Siegfried. Voter registration deadline is February 5th, with final election day set for February 15th. Moving on now, in recent discussions, major companies like Meta, Dropbox, and Pershing Square Capital Management are considering moving their incorporation from the state of Delaware, traditionally the corporate capital of the U.S. Well, Meta is reportedly looking to relocate to Texas. Critics, including Elon Musk, argue that states like Texas and Nevada offer better shareholder rights. While a departure of a few firms may seem minor, it does raise concerns over Delaware's tax revenues, which significantly support the state's budget. Governor Matt Meyer acknowledged the competitive landscape and emphasized the need for reforms to attract and retain businesses here in the first state. And a group of Newark residents, led by former State Rep John Cuolco, filed a Freedom of Information Act complaint on February 1st, claiming the city improperly planned a baseball and softball complex at Falk Memorial Park behind closed doors. Well, the petition argues discussions about selling public land should have been held publicly and not privately. The project, set for a February 12th hearing, would clear woods to build fields for Newark Charter School. That school would handle construction and maintenance, while the city would oversee the park. City manager Tom Coleman denied any secrecy, saying a public hearing was always planned. Cuolco hopes the Attorney General's office will intervene before the meeting. To crime news now, where detectives have identified 20-year-old Davon Showell of Bridgeville, Delaware, as a suspect of the 2023 homicide case that left one man dead. Back on May 14th of 2023, troopers responded to a shooting on Mill Park Drive. Troopers arrived and found a 23-year-old suffering from gunshot wounds. The victim was taken to a nearby hospital for emergency treatment and was later pronounced dead. Showell was taken into custody in Accomack, Virginia, this past Monday, February 3rd. He is currently in custody in Virginia and is awaiting extradition to Delaware, where he will be charged with first-degree murder and other crimes. And state police are searching for 18-year-old Kelvin Westcott of Seaford, Delaware, wanted in connection with a shooting in Frankfort on February 2nd. Troopers say they responded to Gumtree Road around 1 in the afternoon that day, where a 41-year-old man had been shot. The victim was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. Investigators say an argument led to that shooting, and Westcott fled the scene. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is urged to call 911 or Delaware Crime Stoppers. And a 24-year-old Magnolia woman faces felony assault charges after a road rage incident in Dover. State police report Zoe Hickman confronted a 73-year-old woman during a traffic stop on Route 13 near West Denny's Road back on January 30th. When both exited their vehicles, Hickman's car began rolling. As the elderly woman attempted to stop the vehicle, Hickman allegedly pushed her to the ground. The victim was hospitalized and Hickman was released on $10,100 unsecured bond. And in Milton, a debate over parking and speeding on Atlantic Street led to a proposal to ban parking on the road, but the Milton Town Council ultimately rejected the idea. The mayor of the town proposed the ban at a February 3rd meeting, citing safety concerns after residents parked along the street to slow traffic. And one particular family also launched a website called miltonspeeders.com with live streams and videos identifying alleged speeders. Well, after much backlash, they took down the site on January 29th. The mayor acknowledged speeding concerns, but said restricting parking could create safety risks for buses and emergency vehicles. He said the town will continue to monitor this situation. And in much lighter news, Eagles mania officially hit Wilmington as the city turned green on Wednesday as the Road to Victory bus tour made a stop ahead of the Eagles Super Bowl matchup. Our friends over at NBC 10, along with the Eagles, hosted a pep rally at 10th and Market Streets here in Wilmington, where fans grabbed free merch and showed their support for the Birds. Mayor John Carney encouraged the city to wear Eagles green, and it looks like everyone showed up in their Eagles best. And the Eagles hype didn't stop there. Down in Dover, Governor Matt Meyer signed a proclamation renaming the Delaware River as Eagles River for the week leading up to Super Bowl 59. For the week leading up to the big game, the river up to the Pennsylvania border will bear the new name in honor of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hello, Delaware. Hello, Eagles fans, Eagles Nation. What an exciting week. We're headed to the Super Bowl. I am confident. Now, after we win, let's not climb up any poles on Market Street in Wilmington. If you head up to Philly to celebrate, let's be safe. Don't swim up the river. In fact, about that river, here as governor of Delaware, the home of former Eagles greats, Bill Bergey, the late great Bill Bergey, Kevin Riley, and so many others, I'm proud right now to rename Delaware River until the Super Bowl ends. It will be renamed Eagles River here in Delaware. Don't jump in. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Sounds good, Governor. Well, spirits were certainly warm today, but rumor has it we may have to get through some nasty weather before Sunday's big game. We'll hear with that and much more is our Shakara Denise. Shakara, how's it looking?
Well, Matt, I'll get to that first, but I want to say hello, DETV fam, and I'm so thankful to be back, and I hope everyone is doing exceptionally well. I am back to sprinkle some sunshine on your day and provide a delightful forecast for tomorrow and through the weekend. Plus, I know we are all excited about the Super Bowl, so we can cheer on our beloved Philadelphia Eagles. Let's jump right in. Thursday, we are looking at partly cloudy skies with a high of 44 degrees and lows in the 30s. Now, Thursday morning, we may have some slippery roads due to mixed precipitation, but it should wear off by the end of the day. So you will need the boots, coat, and all the gear to stay warm and dry. For Feel Good Friday, we are looking at sunny skies, but it will be breezy. So if you will be outdoors, a hat and gloves are ideal. And Saturday, we are expecting snow showers, which means travel could be a bit of a challenge. If you have to go out, take your time driving as snow and sleet may make the road slick. Plan your travels accordingly and consider postponing non-essential trips. Wrapping up the weekend for Super Bowl Sunday, expect a high of 42 degrees and a low of about 30 degrees with some rain throughout the day. Now, I know we are all excited to see our Philadelphia Eagles soar into Super Bowl 59 to face the Kansas City Chiefs at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. with a halftime show featuring an electrifying performance by Kendrick Lamar with special guest SZA. And if you are hosting a Super Bowl watch party at your home, get your snacks ready, gather your loved ones, and enjoy the game. Stay safe, stay warm, and fly, Eagles, fly. Go Birds. Back to you, Matt.
Shakara, sounds good. It sounds like we might have planned these uniforms here. Thank you. We'll see you again next week. In other news tonight, Avelo Airlines celebrates 2 years of service at the Wilmington Airport, becoming the longest running carrier this century. Since launching in February of 2023, Avelo has transported over 500,000 passengers and over 3,800 flights, offering services to 14 destinations across 5 states and Puerto Rico. CEO Andrew Levy highlighted the airline's success in transforming Wilmington Airport into a viable alternative to Philadelphia International Airport with industry-leading reliability. The achievement surpasses previous carriers, including Frontier, Delta, and Shuttle America, none of which had sustained operations beyond 2 years. And before we let you go tonight, if you've recently purchased a lottery ticket, be sure to check it because there's a lucky winner somewhere here in the first state. Here are the details. A Mega Millions ticket worth $2 million was sold at the Food Lion on Bridgeville Center Road. The ticket matched 5 numbers on the January 31st drawing. Those numbers were 9, 28, 48, 56, and 63, with a mega ball of 2 and a 2 times megaplier. Now, there was no grand prize winner, so that means the jackpot has now climbed to $94 million for the next drawing, which is going to be Friday, February 7th at 11 p.m. Just to let you know, Mega Million tickets cost $2 a piece, and they can be purchased anywhere in the state of Delaware until 9:45 p.m. on drawing days. Now, you may notice we're missing someone from our team. Nick Alessandrini isn't here. I don't know about you, Shakira, but it's a little suspicious that he's not here and there's an unclaimed winning ticket somewhere, so we'll have to track him down for that. That's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Be sure to follow us all across your social media platforms for updates on what's happening all around the great state of Delaware. If you have a comment, question, news, or sports tip, we want to hear from you. Contact us at press@detvch.com. For Shakira, the missing Nick, and all of us here at DETV News, I'm Matt Ford. We'll see you right back here next week. Good night. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and Nurse Navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America, and I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded, and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. At the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're going to put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.